So the Brazilian Civil War has more sub-stories than it seems. From the outside, we think this Brazilian Civil War is just another series. But no, it's something far more complex, more intricate. First, we have already noted that 4DR was initially kicked off from Pain Gaming. Then he made his own team and he tried to get revenge with SG Esports. We already have discussed that, but now we're gonna see another angle. On the other hand, we have another story, another player named Tavo. Funny thing is that this story is completely the opposite story of what happened to 4DR. You see, Pain Gaming kicked 4DR and got rid of him. Eventually, they got another player named Weeha as their mid player. They thought that he was a cancer. He was making the team underperform. But on the other hand, we have Tavo. So Tavo currently plays for Pain Gaming. However, last year, he was playing for SG Esports. So the reason why I say both of these players' story is the opposite is because they were playing on the opposite teams. And then this year, they're fighting against one another. Kind of wicked right there, right? It's like Battle of the Exes. And the funny thing is, it's like they just swapped their boyfriends or their girlfriends, you know? It's like you take your best friend and you steal his girlfriend, and your best friend steals your girlfriend. It's crazy, right? This is what happened. And just think about it. Why did I even say this is a civil war? It's because it's a Brazilian civil war. 90% of the players of both teams are Brazilian. Now that's funny because they represent the entire South American international Dota scene. This is also very big because many other players from South America are very good, but only the Brazilian teams made it. So that's something you want to take into consideration when you're thinking about South American Dota. It's Brazilians, not Peruvian Dota, but Brazilians that are dominating. So Tavo's story goes a little more deeper. You see, Tavo, unlike 4DR, is not aiming for just revenge or vengeance. He's not trying to get back at his ex-girlfriend. You know, what he's trying to do is gain some inner recognition. He wants to prove himself that he is not second tier. So this is what happened. Tavo with SG Esports did very well last year in the open qualifiers. They were like 7-2 in the group stages, and then they went to the playoffs. They lost to Infamous. They went down to the lower bracket. Then they eventually went all the way to the grand finals, and guess what? They lose to Infamous yet again. So this goes to show that Tavo was so close for the TI international invite, yet so far, because just after losing in the grand finals, he would lose his chance. His chance would be slithered away. It would be cut. So now, joining Pain Gaming and qualifying for the TI8, it goes to show how much of will and determination Tavo has for himself. He believes that he is an international Dota pro player. And this is why Pain Gaming was able to defeat SG Esports in a best of 5 series. You see, this was the only series to go for a best of 5 because both teams had inner motivations. I'm talking about this because it's more deeper. It's like an analogy. Why do the Indians and the Chinese people in America end up graduating and doing more better than the rest of Americans in education, in school?
They've made education the highest priorities. They have basically tied their education system with their state of the economy. So they've made it the highest priority. Here in the United States, we continue to treat education as a social problem.
This is because they had more motivation. Their parents pushed them more. Likewise, these players, these Brazilian players in particular, had more push. They were self-motivating themselves. One guy was fighting for revenge, and another guy was fighting to prove his inner self. And with that being said, this is why the series was so legendary. It was so intense. You can feel it as a viewer, as a watcher. Anyways, I hope you guys were able to get the point of the story. It's about Tavo from Pain Gaming, and it's about 4DR from SG Esports. Until next time, this is Crystalis Dota. you.